It's time to wake up.
Welcome to Ask the Guru. I'm J. Rob, the Guru of Peace, and also the OG of Protein. Yes, the OG of Protein. Started back in 1980, opened my first fitness club. Best experience of my life. I mean, I was 26, and I went into business. Awesome. So 8 years later, I sold the club, and 8 years later, I started J. Rob Enterprises and created J. Rob Protein, and the rest is history. We've been just cranking J. Rob Protein since then, and many other things, including my music, my albums, and all the different things that we do at the J. Rob Enterprises Inc. and at jrob.com. So that's why I'm the OG. And I'm not boasting, I'm just saying it's a fact. And I'm here to take the wisdom that God's blessed me with over these years, last 40 years of my life, to share with you and answer your questions. So keep the comments coming in the comments section, please. Subscribe and follow and so on, and keep those comments coming, because whatever questions you have, I'm happy to answer. Question came in, when was that, 2 days ago. And the question was, what kind of workout do I personally follow? People ask me that from time to time, so that's not a new question, but it's new for today. And so the question is, what kind of workout do you follow, and how many days a week do you train? Well, that answer is a little variable, but for the most part, since the beginning that I got started in bodybuilding, gosh, heavily back in 1974 and 75, when I really dove in head first. I mean, I got my first weight set in 1966. I was 13. Again, I'm 49, don't forget that. So got that weight set when I was 13, but I just kind of casually dabbled with weight training, thinking I was going to get big by just sort of kind of working out. But until I got into, really got the bug around when I turned 22, I think it was, then it just hit me like a ton of bricks, and I was all in and did Schwarzenegger. Was my idol back in those days. He came to America in 1968 and did the Gold's Gym trip and just turned America into a bodybuilding mecca and now a fitness arena. So I've always followed a bodybuilding routine to get to the question and the answer. The bodybuilding routine, I think, is the best for men and women. Why? Because you isolate each body part in your body. So you have your arms, upper arm, back of your arm, front of your arm, your forearm, your thighs, the front of your thighs, your back, your hamstrings, your gastrocnemius, you have your calves, you have everything. So you break your body down, the abs, the pecs, the lats, everything is broken down, and you train those with specific exercises. So I try to train 3 days on, 1 day off, and occasionally 2 days off, but usually 3 on, 1 off, 3 on, 1 off. And how that works is I split my body in 3 parts. So I do chest, back, and shoulders on the first day. I do arms, which is front of my arm and back of my arm, so biceps, triceps, and then forearms on day 2, and calves. I do calves every day, and I do forearms every day. This is really old school bodybuilding. And then on day 3, I do legs, and that's upper leg, lower leg. So calves, front, back, front of the leg, back of the leg, and some of that spills over and works my butt too at the same time, which is part of like lower back training, as well as sometimes deadlifting or squatting or leg pressing. Some other muscles always get hit. But anyway, I try to do those focus, and I'll probably do 3 to 5 sets of each exercise, depending on how I feel and the exercise I'm doing. And I try to pick exercises that actually directly hit the muscle according to my body. I'm not good at bench pressing. I never have been, and I don't claim to ever be good at it. I don't think a person of my size and build is good at bench pressing. I think you have to have a big barrel chest, and you got to be pretty burly, or you got to be actually designed to be able to bench press on. So I don't do that. I do dips, or I do something else. So we're just hitting the body parts separately, and we're deciding which ones work the best, and we just don't overdo it. I like to do a little higher reps, occasionally doing lower reps, like 6 reps, but I usually stay around 12 reps. So that's 3 on, 1 off, 3 on, 2 off, or whatever feels right to me, because always go by feel. But for me personally, I've done this a long time, and I know when my body's recovered and when it wants more. And I want to be hungry going into the gym. So that's why I set it up this way. I want to be hungry. And if I miss a week, Doesn't matter. Let's say something happens. I have to travel. We have a tragedy or something. I miss a whole week. What do? I just pick up where I left off. If I did my last workout was chest, back, and shoulders, then it's arms day for me, and then the next day's leg day. So anytime I miss, I just pick up where I was, and I don't miss a beat. And that's worked out very well for me. So it's a natural bodybuilding routine that I've taught and done for 40 years at least, and if not longer. And it works extremely well. And if you adopt that or try that, I think you'll find it works very well for you too. Just don't overtrain or undertrain, and everybody will be happy. Anyway, thanks for watching today on Ask the Guru. I want you to be sure to leave a comment, like the page, and subscribe, because that's how we keep rolling here. I just want to keep answering those questions. So leave questions in the comments, or just make any comments you want. And I really appreciate you being here. So until next time, to Ask the Guru, you have a phenomenal day, a phenomenal life. We love you, and hang loose.
Get the chill on, hang loose.